I do think she sticks her tits out for Jesus. I mean, it's not to say she's a bad person.
It is important to learn to recognize abuse and manipulation. Now, there's actually a type of manipulation called gaslighting. And what gaslighting is, it comes from a 1944 film called Gaslight, starring Ingrid Bergman. And it's about a woman who is manipulated by her husband into believing that she is going crazy. We come to find that the husband is actually just using the marriage in order to find something.
Okay. Manipulating the wife into going crazy. I think these women are manipulating. Okay. Cause you know what? If someone said, Pearl, this top today, this is lower cut than I normally do. If you said, Pearl, that's a low cut top, I could oh my God, stop porn braining me. Stop porn braining and over sexualizing me. Or I could say, why do you hate other women? Why are you drama farming, you flat-chested, bitter old hag? Or I could say, oh, yeah, I could have wore something better. It's so easy. It's so easy. And I just don't understand. These simps will defend whoring till the end of time. And I just don't understand it. I really don't. Let me go back to the movie.
Valuable that belongs to her. But she believes she's going crazy because he was rifling through the attic at night. And what happened in those days is if you turned on a light in one room, it would dim all the other lights throughout the house because there was only...
Okay. So now this guy is saying, don't judge. The simp's in the house. The simp is here. Don't judge. Now, look, I'm not judging, I think. Let me put the definition of judging. We can go through and ask if I'm judging. I don't hate Ella for it. I don't think I'm better than her in any way. In fact, maybe she's made better decisions in some areas than I have. I don't know. I don't know her life, right? As most of you know, I have been fighting on the front lines of the simp epidemic for years, but I need to tell you about a quiet weapon being ratcheted up against men that is rarely talked about. It's not just the relentless anti-masculinity propaganda and OnlyFans hoes causing the societal issues that we discuss on this show. Did you know that the average city's tap water contains trace pharmaceuticals and endocrine disruptors? This often includes estrogen from birth control. The average adult consumes a credit card worth of plastic every single week. That's 5 grams of plastic a week on average. So it's no wonder that the average male's testosterone is half of what the average was 50 years ago. Testosterone levels decline 1% a year, and without a course correction, we are headed towards extinction. No matter how based you are, you need to be naturally boosting your testosterone. My friends at Chalk, CHOQ.com, are on a mission to save mankind from extinction by boosting your vitality. Chalk's Male Vitality Stack contains premium and potent herbs clinically studied to naturally boost your testosterone levels, sperm count, and overall vitality. Just one of the many ingredients in the Male Vitality Stack was studied in double-blind human clinical trials to boost total testosterone 20% in 90 days. When you boost your testosterone, you'll have more mental clarity, you're more capable of making decisions and taking risks. Having high testosterone will also affect your pheromones, so women will find you more attractive subconsciously. Get the Chalk Male Vitality Stack right now on Chalk.com. That's CHOQ.com. Use my name Pearl as your coupon code and you'll get 25% off site-wide on Chalk.com. That's CHOQ.com. My name Pearl is the discount code. But I can't, it's like if I see a stripper, right? And I say, that's a stripper. And you say, you mean evil, bitter old hag. I'm like, is that not a stripper? Is it? And then you question your reality. You're like, is something wrong with me? Because I noticed that she's a stripper. That's what these e-girls do. I think, wow, you're using your marriage, your family, your kids for clout. I don't think you take it that seriously. You're using your ring to signal status. Are you sure you like the husband? You're kind of coming off like you just like the clout of the ring. Or I'll see her with her boobs out and I'll say, Are you putting your tits out with a Jesus cross? It's really not in a hateful way. I don't hate any of these people. I don't have any problems with them. But I don't understand why am I not allowed to observe that that's what they're doing? If I see somebody stealing and I say, "Hey, you're stealing." I'm not that religious, okay? I'm really not. You know, am I not allowed to observe? Am I not allowed to notice? Why can I not notice? So let's see. It says judging, to form an opinion or conclusion about, to give a verdict. Maybe I am judging. I don't know. I mean, I was debating, is forming an opinion or making a negative assessment about a person. I don't have a negative assessment about Ella, but I do think she sticks her tits out for Jesus. I mean, it's not it's not to say she's a bad person, but she's definitely doing that. Definitely. Like, am I not allowed to notice? When does it become judging? And what I don't understand is, where is this energy for women that judge men? Let me go back to this video.
Certain amount of gas that could light the whole house. And so you knew somebody else was in the house in another room turning on the light if you saw the lights flicker. And so she noticed that the lights would flicker every night after her husband had gone away somewhere, supposedly maybe to see friends or whatnot. He was actually going to the attic. But he convinces her that what she's seen is not true. She's imagining that the gaslight is going down, when in reality she knows better, but she believes him. So that's what it means to gaslight somebody, is to convince them.
And that's what they do. The women are trying to convince you they're not whoring. And then you kind of know, you're like, you're 22. I mean, are you a virgin? And then she was tweeting she's waiting until marriage, but I'm like, do you still have your virginity? It doesn't really seem like it. I mean, I don't know. Girls that dress how you dress don't usually have it. I'm just being honest here.
To deny their own reality. So gaslighting from an abuser makes a victim doubt their own instincts and sense of reality.
Now, this other guy, he's like, you're criticizing her. I'm like, I don't think I'm criticizing her, because to be honest, I don't think it's a bad move. I don't think it's a bad move to put her tits out and show off her body. I think it's a good move for her. I think strategically she will get more attention and more offers that way. I would almost suggest it. But for you to tell me, for you to say, Pearl, she is not sticking out her tits for Jesus, that's where I get annoyed. Just say what you're doing. Just say what you're, it's fine. It's fine. I'm not, like, I mean, you'll probably get some offers from like conservative guys that way. But, I don't even mind you being, I don't really like tits out with the Jesus stuff, but you could do like tits out for Republican events. I don't really mind that. I don't really mind like some hot girls doing some marketing. I know they have to guard their reputation. They're bringing more perverts to Christ. Now I kind of like when you guys go at me in the chat, because it does help me clarify my thoughts more. You said female breathes air. Pearl makes a video judging it. I wouldn't really say that's the same. I really wouldn't, because women breathing isn't interesting, but I do like to look at behavioral patterns. I think it's interesting. So, this is kind of where we're at, is Even in my chat, right? I think these guys are from Twitter or something coming at me. Just think about the fact that these are grown men. They are grown men, and they thought, what should I do with my time? Defend e-girls being naked. I think it's in men's DNA. They can't help it. They just love defending women's honor. They love it. They can't stop it. Judging or evaluating. Yeah, you know what? Maybe evaluating would be a better term. How am I allowed to communicate this without women getting angry? Like, I can't figure out a way to explain this without the women getting so angry where I'm like, hey, you're half naked. I just thought, like, if they were half naked or partially naked or whatever, they would want the attention for being half naked.